We've been asked to make a film about the BBC, but looking around me, I'm wondering, what kind of people work here?
Is the BBC for me?
Is it for me? So what about me?
When One Extra was started, there were 5 people who started it. I was one of them, who came from very different backgrounds.
Part of my brief as well is diversity, which I'm very passionate about.
There's been a lot of talk about change and diversity at the BBC, but is this a place that I really want to work? What does the BBC really mean to people?
Creativity.
I think probably the best place in this country to work.
Lots of hard work, I think.
I want to know if I'm capable of having a career at one of the best television companies in the world. But to find out, I need to speak to someone that works here. Mixed-race South Londoner with dreadlocks, Raphael Lowe may be living proof that equal opportunities do exist. Having been wrongly imprisoned, he found his voice through journalism and has made a successful career out of it here. Just above us we've got the words imagine, create, discover, and we just want to get your idea on what those words mean to you.
Well, I think exactly what they say. Making a programme doesn't just happen. It involves a team, it involves a lot of research, and to get to the bottom of most things you have to use those skills. Imagine, be creative, discover things is probably the key in the area that I work in, current affairs. So all those values are important.
What about change? Do you think the BBC has changed in the time that you've spent here?
I've been working at the BBC for 9 years. Maybe 10 years ago I wouldn't be working at the BBC, but it obviously changed to let me in because I am not your average normal BBC person. I didn't go to university, I didn't train as a journalist, I just turned up at the BBC door and got a job. And now I work at Panorama, probably the most prestigious current affairs programme in the world.
Do you think that you being from a different background has helped your career here?
Of course, I mean I'm the first guy with dreadlocks who have been on the 6 o'clock news. I'm probably the first guy with dreadlocks and my colour scheme to present a programme on Panorama and be a reporter on Panorama. It's a big part of the BBC machine. My life's experience is what got me the job. So the BBC must have recognised that they had to change to allow someone like me to come in and do what I do for the BBC.
What's your idea of diversity?
Most people see diversity as the colour of somebody's skin. You know, we're being diverse if we allow somebody with light skin or dark skin into, you know, the BBC. That's not what diversity is about. That's just discrimination. I think that's just identifying people for the colour of their skin and saying, oh, we've got to give more people of a particular colour or more women or whatever.
Well, the 12.5% of the people here that we found are from Black and Asian minority backgrounds. What do you think of that statistic?
I don't know how that compares. It's really about what you're capable of doing, and that's what should dictate the statistics. You know, it shouldn't be, okay, we've only got 12.5, but we need 15% of people from black and ethnic minorities. It shouldn't be about that. That's my opinion. It should be, if you can do the job, and I know it's easy to say, well, if you can do the job, and the only one who can is the one that's been to university, you shouldn't just be recruiting from university. I didn't come from that background, yet I'm doing the job.
You know, what do you think of people like me that just want to come here because, you know, they feel they're good at what they do instead of just making up the numbers so people get their, you know, bonuses?
Well, you've got a skill, and if somebody sees that, and that's the key, isn't it? It's getting what you love doing and what you think you're good at doing to somebody who can make a decision about whether or not you should get the job over and above somebody else. But if that somebody else is white and they are better than you, they should get the job. If they're from a disability or something and they're better than you, they should get the job if there's only one job for the writer like you.
Raphael was really cool. I think he was a down-to-earth guy, really honest, really interesting, and, you know, really promoted the idea that the BBC does have equal opportunities here, you know, and there's a space for everyone if you're the best at what you do. Representation is more than seeing someone with the same skin colour as you. Am I going to be coming back through these doors? You bet I am.
I've had a great time coming to the BBC and working here. It's been awesome.
Yeah, I've got my foot in the door now. I'm not taking it out. I'm not leaving. I'm staying here. I'll be back here on Monday for work.
I could definitely see myself working here.
I've always said I can work in the BBC. I've got the passion. Like,
can I see myself working at the BBC? Definitely. I mean, if any project comes up, I'm the cameraman. I'm always there.
It was really good. I think they are really happy of having been here and also of the opportunities that will bring to them in the future.
Hello. My presentation is more than seeing the same skin colour as you.
Yeah, sure. Just give me your mobile. Yeah.
Action. Camera rolling. Action.
I'm prepared for everything all the time. I'm on point, you know.
Basically what we've been doing.
Oh my.